Hello there. Um, there's this application I came across when I was looking for peer-to-peer messaging. Like, I was trying to look for something that would send messages, but use the peer-to-peer protocol. So, and yes, you have to port forward to use this unless you want to use in a proxy server, because it's a server client. It's both a server and a client. And the cool thing I found about this is that you do not have to rely on a individual service in order to handle your email. So say if you need to get an email, but the main servers are down, and you can't send or receive mail because the main server of the email service is down currently. Well, this, you don't have to worry about that because you're the server. You are also the client and the server. And you're connected to a network of all these other client servers. So, and the email system's a little bit different. So, say for an example, I want to send a message to someone. Well, I'd give them my ID key or my identity key, and then from there, he would make a new email or add my ID to a address book and go send message and then select an ID that he wanted to use and then say, I don't know, subject anything, blah, blah, say for an example, and then you send it. Now it's sending my email to the Echo server, and it says, blah blah. You can have as many identities as you want. Like, you can have as many email addresses as you possibly want. There's also a subscription service where you can subscribe to a service. Say, for an example, an update comes out, or there's news. You'd get this, it would be dropped into your inbox. And the subscriptions work the same way, pretty much. And you gotta make sure when you first use this application that light in the corner is green. Because if the light in the corner is green, that means you're good in the hood. But if it's red or yellow, yellow means you can send out messages, but you can't. I mean, you can receive messages, but you can't send them. But if it's green, you can both send and receive messages. If it's red, you cannot connect with anything at all. So you have a blacklist. Say, for an example, there is an address that keeps sending you spam mail, for an example. You can add that address to the blacklist so you can filter your mail. Or just make a new identity and get rid of the ones that you have. Unfortunately, in order to remove identities, you have to go into your app data and tweak the config file that it generates in order to get rid of it. But overall, I like this neat client because not only is the messages that you send encrypted, but the NSA cannot track it. You are pretty much free from the NSA. If you're one of those people that are paranoid about the NSA, this is the application for you. But then again, I always say it's not the internet that the NSA keylogs you. It's actually your computer. There is a chip in every newer machine now that has the ability to keylog every little keyword that you type that the NSA can tap into. So everyone thinks, oh, it's over the internet. No, it's not. It's actually a chip called trusted computing in your computer that the NSA uses as a backdoor to keylog you. So either way, it doesn't matter unless you want to dismantle your computer or install Linux and blacklist the process. Not until then will you be free from the NSA, and even then, to be honest with you, you can make anything as encrypted as you want, but nothing will save you from the NSA. I repeat, nothing will save you from the NSA. I know this. You can disagree all you want, but enough about that. So you have your identities and you have your contacts, and you can label them whatever you want. So that way you don't get confused of who's who. And then you can just send, whatever. Also, I recommend that you keep this application open, because if you leave it open for, like, if you close it, it'll take longer to update. Like, every time, the longer you have it down, the longer it takes to scan for all the other servers. So, yeah, there's not really much I can say about this other than the fact that you can send mail. And also, someone else has to have the same application in order for this to work. But I think there are other applications out there where you can do this. Bitmessage is not the only application out there. But if you have any questions to ask, I will post my public ID key in the description of my YouTube video once this is up and done. And I'll also post the download link for Bitmessage, including the wiki. Well, the wiki is, you have to get through the wiki in order to get to the download sort of thing. So the information you need is all right there. So I know I'm not good with explaining things, so I highly recommend that you read the wiki. And if you still don't understand what I'm talking about, then I highly doubt that you. I highly recommend that you don't, even bother with this, unless you're a guy like me that understands all that mumbo jumbo and technical terms.